Okay, we want to create more folders so you can write source code for practicing. You have to do the following steps. Okay, so first create a new folder. So you can create a new folder, maybe name it 14 underscore practice, or whatever you want to name it. So you have the folder right here, and then you need to go and create some other folders, maybe 01 sample 1, and maybe you want to create another one 02 sample 2. So you have these folders, and then you need to create some files. So you create a new file. You have to name this one cmake list.txt, exactly as I have it spelled here. And you create a main file, so main.cpp, and then you create your header and your cpp file, so sample.h, and then one more new file, sample.cpp. Okay, and then what you do is you go to this cmake list from a different folder and copy the text, go to the cmake list in the sample, paste the text in here, and then change the number to 1401, change this one to 1401, and then you have to change the names to sample, maybe sample 1. I'll rename the files, and then sample 1 and sample 1 here. Like, I'm not going to go into detail of what all this means. We just need it to compile some programs. This one I'm going to rename it to sample 1. Rename this one sample 1. And remember, every C++ program requires one main function. So we go int main, and that's our main function, return 0. Okay, so we have the main function, and that's in the examples, right? We still need one more piece here. We have to go into the examples folder and open cmake list, the one that's under src examples, and then we have to add a new subdirectory, and it was 14 practice, right? So we have to go put 14 practice here, and then we have to go into 14 practice, and notice it's complaining that it's missing a cmake file. So we go copy the one in 13, so we say copy, and we paste it in 14, paste, we go open it. So we go to the 14 practice folder, open the cmake list, and that should be enough. That should be fine. So we go back here and save this, and it should be fine now. So we go here. Okay, so sample 2 would require a cmake list file also, so I'm not going to create files in there. I'll just create the cmake list.txt file, and I think that should make this happy. Yeah, so maybe, I guess it wants me to put some files, so what I'll do is I'll copy this here, copy, paste, and then I'll go into this CMake list, copy the contents, and go to the CMake list in sample 2, rename the files. First, change this one to 1402, 1402, sample 2, sample 2, sample 2, save it. And hopefully that makes it happy. Let me close this. Close. Close. Let me go here, let it go through its check. And we should be able to go to SRC here. Examples. Okay, so it's not here. So, and if it's not here, let me remember here. I think we go here, and then we say clean rebuild. Oh no. I think it's up here. No, project outline. And then do a refresh there. Okay, let me try to run the Hello World program. That should scan my folders again. So build. No sources given for 1402. Okay, I thought I did. So let me go back here. Sample 2. Oh, they're named incorrectly, right? So I have to be named exactly the same on the file, and I didn't. So this should be sample 2, and then header should also be sample 2. I think that should fix it. Let me go to Hello World, try to build it. Okay, so now it looks okay, and now notice down here I have 14 sample 1, sample 2, and then since you're practicing, might as well practice the correct way. So then you have to go to the test folder, examples, and then create a new folder here. Actually, we have to go to the project explorer, collapse examples, expand test, expand examples, create new folder, 14 practice, I think, right? Practice. And then we open 13 and we copy the CMake file. So copy, paste it into 14, paste it, open it. And remember, we had changed to 14, 14, 14, 14. We named 14 here, 14 here, and then here we say 14 and we say practice test, and we need a practice test CPP file, so we create a new file here, new file. I'll say 14 practice test.cpp, and then we can copy this configuration to 14. like this, and then we need to collapse this one, and we have to go to test examples, CMake list file, and we have to create an entry here for 14 practice. The folder name 14_ practice, and that'll scan our new configuration, and we should be able to run some tests now. So if we go to CMake, then we go to 14 practice, and then we are like, okay, let's run in terminal. It's doing all the compilation again. Hopefully it doesn't take long. So that's what we have to do to do some samples. It's mainly because of the way C++ works, right? So usually, like if you use like Visual Studio or C++ development tools, they do all this work behind the scenes for you. And Visual Studio Code is doing the same thing, but we have to do some configuration to make it work. So that's what we're doing here. And we didn't talk a lot about the C++ compile process because that's not this class. This class is just teaching you basic computer science fundamentals for programming. So we don't get into a lot of compiler development tools concepts. I'll pause for now. Okay, so the compilation finished and the test passed. So then that's how you would create a new folder with files to practice C++ programming. There's more complex configurations that you can do, but for practice, this is good enough. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Thank you.